just, man, really proud of our team. First of all, Boston College, you know, I just have a tremendous amount of respect for Boston College. I mean, that is a well-coached football team. They're tough. They're physical. I mean, they're a very big challenge every single year, and just proud of our guys for getting control of the game. And you know, look at this football team, #1 defense in all the land, coming in here, kind of the standard for defense, giving up 140 yards a game. And to put up 535 yards on those guys, they'd only given up 1 touchdown in the league play, and that was 1 to Florida State. Just can't say enough about the perseverance of our guys. It was kind of the tale of two halves offensively. We didn't really do anything different in the second half. We just made the plays. We missed a lot of plays in the first half. It was just a little off, just a couple yards too long or whatever. And but we just kind of hung in there, and that's their style. We knew that was their style of play, and if we could just, you know, connect on a few, we could get control of it, and that's what happened. Defensively, up until that last little drive, I mean, I think they had only like 170-something yards going into that last drive. So just another great effort defensively. It's unfortunate that we put them on the field with a short field to defend twice, and they got 10 points out of that. But you know, just a solid day. I think they punted 10 times. And we controlled the line of scrimmage. We misfit a couple of times where they found some creases. Again, they know what they're doing. I mean, they do a great job with their personnel and their formations, and that's what happens sometimes with those guys. The next thing you know, you're a gap short. A guy fits in the wrong spot, and they'll crease you. Special teams, 3 weeks in a row, I think, have been really a big difference in the game for us. So I really like what I'm seeing from our teams. Two big kicks by Greg today, but you know, all in all, 535 yards. Deshaun Watson, career high, 420 yards, and really we left some out there where we missed some opportunities. But Artavis Scott, I don't know if that's a career high or not. Second career high, had a ton of yards. 9 different receivers, you know, made plays for us in the passing game. We knew this was going to be a game we were going to have to throw and catch. We needed to get the running backs involved in the passing game. We did. Had some really nice plays from those guys. Jordan Leggett, you know, tied a school record for consecutive games with a touchdown by a tight end. So really, really proud of him, and he's really become a nice weapon for us. But you know, again, just proud of our guys. I mean, this is 100-something years of Clemson football, but there's never been a group win 14 in a row at home until this team. So I just, you know, I take my hat off to our players for just, you know, buying in and just staying focused and committed to the things that we talk about all the time. This was a big win for us, and we'll celebrate it. We'll come back in here and reload on Monday, and get ready to go on the road for a very tough Miami team. I know they had a good win tonight against Virginia Tech. It doesn't get any easier for us. We just, you know, again, put everything we got into each and every game. So, you know, Miami will be the biggest game of the season for us, and we'll come in here Monday and put everything we got into getting ready for it. And we know we'll have to play well when we go down there. Any questions?
You guys obviously haven't had the best circumstances to really open up the passing game given the weather and all of that, but I think fans were excited to see some more fireworks out of Deshaun. Was it the same feeling in the locker room that, you know, this might be our chance to really kind of open things up?
Yeah, you know, we felt like that we were going to get that style of play with Notre Dame, and they gave us a lot of that, but the type of play that it was, you know, we had to kind of, you know, change the plan a little bit. I mean, with certainly playing in a hurricane, but, you know, last week I thought you saw outstanding balance in our offense. I thought you saw us come alive with our passing game, and that again, that's coming into this season, that's the least of my concerns. And 2 weeks ago, when everybody was asking me questions about that, still the least of my concerns. Just a matter of, you know, having those opportunities. You know, the first few games that we played, everybody played off and on top of us. So we just, you know, we just took things that were there, and we were smart in how we played and got the running game going. But this was a game, you know, they're number one in the nation for a reason. Total defense, rush defense, pass defense, third down defense. I mean, they were, you know, these guys are really, really good. It was frustrating in the first half because we got exactly what we expected, but we just couldn't hit a play. I mean, it was very frustrating. There were some big plays there, and we were just a yard off, 2 yards off, you know, whatever. And so really at halftime, that's all we talked about was, listen, we're not going to change anything. You know, we just got to hit the plays. They're there. Let's do what we do. And man, we came alive. Deshaun, they got dialed in, and probably the biggest disappointment is he got hit too much tonight. We did have a few breakdowns, and just had a few guys. We had a couple busts, but we also had just some guys get beat a couple times. So we got to get that fixed, and we'll get better from it. But you know, we found a way to win. We got it done. We had just enough running game mixed in there. But with the combination of our defense and special teams, it was just another really, really sound win. I hate they got that last touchdown, but it's good to see us, you know, be able to make the plays in the passing game when people are forcing you to. They weren't going to just line up and let Wayne Gallman, you know, run up and down the field. I think we proved that we could run the football, and I think that they, you know, were going to challenge us. And it's not just us; that's just how they've played all year, and they've stuck to their plan. So, you know, it was good to see us make the big plays.
Coach, following up on that, it looked like a majority of the game you either got cover one with a single high free safety or cover zero. Did that dictate you going long and outside the numbers?
Yeah. I mean, they just played press man, cover one most of the game, and you know, just literally, you know, in your face, not off. I mean, like press. So it's a very simple game to call. You really only need about 4 plays. You just got it. But it's easier said than done. You know, you got to win competitive matchups. We liked our matchups, and we missed some early, but we just kept coming to it and stayed with it, and we were able to hit some big plays. And we kind of got them out of that a little bit late in the game. They started playing a little bit of high cover 2, and on the 3rd and 17, they were actually in a cover 2, and we had a man beater called. Deshaun actually checked. The play that we had isn't great versus a high cover 2, and he actually checked to that play to Dion, and we were able to hit him in the void on the high safety, and then he just made a great play, you know, after the catch. So just, you know, really pleased because I thought that from a passing game standpoint, decision making wise, we were on point. Execution, we weren't near what we needed to be in the first half, but we flexed our muscles and showed what we're capable of in the second half.
6 games into this season, 7 games into his play calling career. How is Tony Elliott creating his own niche as a play caller with respect to what he learned from Chad?
Yeah, well, it's not just Tony; it's he and Jeff. I mean, you know, Jeff. You know, it's Jeff and Tony. They do it together, and you know, we all have input in there. But Tony kind of you know, is up there, and it's quiet, and he can be cerebral up there, and he can kind of keep a calm voice on the headset, but. You know, it's a combination of he and Jeff. They both, you know, are doing it together. I mean, this is a true co-coordinator relationship and effort on their part, and not just those 2 guys. I mean, Robbie and Danny, you know, do a great job for us. Streeter, I mean, he's been a great addition to our staff. So all those guys, I think, have done a great job.
As a duo, then, how are they separating or creating their own identity?
I mean, I don't know. They're doing a great job with the role they got. You know, that's all I can say. They're just doing a great job blooming where they're planted. They're undefeated, so they're doing pretty good so far.
Coach, what will it take for the national media to give this Clemson football team the respect that it seems like it's earned?
I don't know. Hopefully, I guess we'll just win them all. But I think we're getting some respect after my man, you know, hammered me with a question last week. He's awful quiet today.
That's the first question.
Yeah. No, he's Dave and I are good. We're on good terms, by the way. We were a little misunderstanding there, but you know, I don't know. You get what you earn, and you know, for us, we just gotta keep doing what we do. We can't worry about, you know, what somebody says or whatever. But you know, I think people certainly respect our program. I know the people we play respect our program, and you know, we've been consistently, in that top 15 for a long time over the last several years. So, you know, I don't think that you get there if people don't respect you. But if we take care of business, then we'll be just fine. And that's all we're focused on is the things that we control and just trying to, you know, keep this train rolling.
Coach, for lack of a better term, it seemed like Boston College on offense wanted to turn it into a fist fight in a phone booth. Toe-to-toe, unbalanced line. Did that give you any problems out of the game?
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, that's who they are. And they give you everything. They give you tackle overs and I mean, they're motioning and they're unbalanced everywhere. I mean, they got like 8 different personnel groupings that you're trying to line up to. And, you know, sometimes it may look simple, but it's not. It's a very, I mean, it's, you next thing you know, you're a gap short. And they know what they're doing, and they crease you. But that's just their philosophy. That's the mentality of Coach Adazio, who I think is an outstanding coach. They're young at quarterback. You know, I thought the quarterback that they had that got hurt, really great player, dynamic player. Obviously, that has affected them from an offensive standpoint, and maybe taking a little bit away from their package. But they're a tough out every year. In fact, we've had, I don't know how many games that, I mean, this is like my 8th game against Boston College, maybe 8th game, and I mean about every game outside of a couple come down to usually a touchdown or less. They're a tough team. They really are, especially up there. It's not a fun place to go play.
The game notes said that DJ Reader will be back Monday. Can you address his situation?
Yeah, he's going to be back Monday. Found out on Thursday, I believe, that he's ready to rejoin us, and we're excited about that. We'll get him back to work on Monday. I have no idea what to expect. I hadn't seen him. I have no idea where he is football-wise. Obviously, it's been a while since he's practiced, much less played. So that's really all there is to say. Other than we're happy. Team knows he's coming back. We're excited to get him back out there to work, and we'll evaluate him as we go through the week.
Have you, coaches, teammates, been in touch with him?
I have not had much talking to him or contact with him, but Coach Brooks has been in contact with him, and he's done some training. Not here, but I know that he's been working out and doing some things. But I've texted with him. I texted with him the other day, and just that's about the level of communication we've had right now. But he's excited. He's excited. He's been focused on what he needs to focus on, and he's excited to get back out. And hopefully he can have a strong finish. With still got a lot of ball games left, so hopefully he can have a strong, positive finish to his senior season and build on it.
He has been in school.
What's that?
Oh
yeah. He's going to graduate in December.
Your student athlete handbook says the penalty for using PEDs is half your season, and this is half the season with him. Is that just a coincidence?
Yeah, that's a coincidence. It wasn't any PEDs or whatever. No.
Zach Brooks played a lot in the beginning of the game. Was that the plan from the get-go, or was there some hesitation there with using Wayne Gallman like you have for so far this season? No hesitation in using Wayne Gallman. But we had a plan to get Zach in there early, and he gave us a good spark. He's really effective in the passing game, and again, we knew that we were going to have some matchups. We thought we had a chance to get him on the throwback, but we got pressure. He really needed to bang that guy before he went out. He just kind of olayed him, and it cost him a big play too, because our quarterback got hit in the mouth. But he did a nice job. Again, came out right in the game, had a nice run to kind of kick it off, and had some good plays in the passing game. But he's just a guy that's kind of getting back to being Zach Brooks.
Coach Deion Kane had another big game tonight. Talent was never a question with him, but do you feel like the game is slowing down for him mentally? Yeah, it is. It's slowing down for him. There's no question. I mean, this was an easy game for him. When you play in teams like that just line up and play man to man, that's just like practice. I mean, those type of games there's not a lot of thinking. I mean, it's easy. Just beat the guy on you. So he did a nice job, and it was a great play he made. Kind of tipped the ball to himself, but yeah, the game is slowing down. He's getting better and better. But he's still a young guy that's still got some growing up to do. He's got some maturing to do, and hopefully he'll keep just coming along. But he's right on track. We're halfway through the season. He's made some big plays for us. He's kind of shown some flashes of what his future is going to look like. But we need to kind of take him to another level on and off the field these next 6 games.
Being 6-0 at the halfway point of a season, how good do you feel about where this team's at right now?
Well, I mean, we're where we hoped we'd be. I mean, we're always trying to be the best we can be. Right now, we can still be 12-0, but you can't win 12 till you win 7, and that's what I tell our guys all the time. We don't have to win them all. We just need to win the one we're playing. If we do that, then we'll be just fine, and that's really all we're focused on. I mean, I'm proud of our guys. I don't know how many teams out there are still undefeated. It's a very hard thing to do. It's really, really difficult to win all your games. So we don't try to win all of our games. We just really try to win the game that we're playing. And that's just the mentality we have. But I think we're improving. That we've kind of just found ways to win, and we've gotten a little bit better each and every week. I think that we're kind of in the rhythm of the season right now. And we just gotta keep doing what we do. Probably the biggest disappointment for me is our turnover margin. Man, I'm just really frustrated right now. We got to get that corrected. That's another game we lost the turnover. That's 2 games in a row I think we've lost the turnover margin and won. And I think we win about 42% of the time. Now, we might be 43% of the time now because we've won the last 2 games, but that's a recipe for disaster. We got to get that corrected. So there's a lot of room for improvement. But, again, we're a good football team. We're capable of winning on any given day, but we're not some dominant group right now after 6 games that just, can just say, okay, hey, boy, we're 6-0 and we're just going to run the table here. It doesn't work that way. We got a long way to go, and Miami is capable of beating anybody. They got plenty of players down there. They got a great quarterback. This will be a huge, huge challenge for us going into Game 7.
Coach, I realize you haven't seen the film yet, but on the one turnover, Watson's first interception, it looked like he stared down the receiver the whole way. Then after that, it looked like he started to manipulate the safety with his eyes.
Yeah, was the first one the one to Artavis? Was it to Artavis? He left the ball inside. Yeah. That was just a bad throw. The ball needs to be out on the numbers, and he just made a bad throw. He knew it was on him when he came back to the sideline, but that was just a bad play. Trying to think of the other one. The other one he got hit. Zach Brooks didn't pick up his guy, and we got to cut that guy in the hole, and he tried to take him up high and got smashed, and so he got hit, and the ball goes up. We had to leg it wide open. We had a great play call, and so that was disappointing. That we allowed our quarterback to get hit a little bit, that's ball. So he had one where he got pressured and tipped ball, and the other one was just a bad throw. But he made a lot of good throws. I don't focus on that one. He made a bunch of good ones.
Anything else? It's usually a recipe for disaster to have a left tackle that's a true freshman. It seems like Mitch has certainly not played like a true freshman. Can you kind of put into perspective the job that he's done through these first 6 games?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you just take it for granted. I mean, we don't.
Probably the best thing you can say.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really even talks to me about Mitch Hyatt. I don't get a lot of questions on Mitch Hyatt. It's just kind of like, and I appreciate you bringing him up because, he's a true freshman, and he's played 6 games. He's played Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. I mean, he just played the #1 defense in the country. He did give up a couple of pressures tonight. He had one really bad sack where he had 2 guys and didn't block either one of them. He kind of got confused on what he was supposed to do. But, I mean, what can you say? I mean, this is a true freshman. I've never been around that, never. I mean, we had not coming out of the gate. I know Barry Richardson started for us one year here, but it was kind of a few games into the season. But he's special. He really is. And, again, just the fact that hardly anybody ever asked me about Mitch Hyatt just tells you who he is and the type of job that he's done. He's been very, very steady, very consistent. He's got a lot of pride in his performance. He prepares very well. and he's not even close to what he's going to be as his body changes and he gets even stronger to go with that athleticism that he has. He's going to be a great one.
Anything else? Thank you, Coach.
Okay.